Alright, so what's going on, guys? So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to do a little bit of maintenance on your Fusion. We're going to be changing the air filter and the often neglected cabin air filter. I've had my car for 4 years, have put 92,000 miles on it, and have never changed the cabin air filter. So I'm curious to see what that looks like. But first, we're going to start off with the air filter because it's simple to do and easy to get to. So let's get started. So first, of course, you need to pop your hood. Now, you might think if this is your first time doing this, that the latch would be here, toward the center. But it's actually all the way over here. So you want to feel it, you can actually see it. It's that little yellow latch right here. Palm down and just slide that over. And while you're holding the latch, lift up on the hood and then get your hood prop ready. I'm about to set the camera down for a second. Let's get it open. Now, of course, your hood prop is going to actually be laying right down here in this channel. And then there's an arrow here that kind of indicates where it goes, and it actually props in that little hole there. Again, just in case it's your first time doing any sort of maintenance or working on your car, figure we just get that out the way. Like now, the air filter is actually an extremely easy part to change out, and it can be done in about 5 minutes. So definitely do not pay anybody to change your filter for you. Now, this should be pretty similar on every car, but on this one, there's 2 latches that we're going to pull off, and then we'll just lift up the cover, take the old air filter out, and install the new one. So as you look at your engine bay, there's going to be 2 hooks. There's one here, and one over here. And the way this is in here, it actually hinges in the back here. So we're going to take these off. And we're going to lift this up and pull it from under the back side here. And just like that, it comes off. So there's your air filter. Now with the old air filter out, we can take this, throw it away, and get ready to put the new one in. The air filters are pretty basic, so just go with a reputable brand, and you probably won't have any issues. Now personally, I went with the Fram Extra Guard. Now of course, I wouldn't recommend using a Fram oil filter, but for the air filter, I feel it'll do the job. I do want to mention, on the back of the filter, there's a little pad that I guess helps protect it during shipping. You want to make sure you take that off before you install the filter. As you can see, there's a little white pad right on top of the filter. We can pull that off. That's difficult to do with one hand. Also, while you're under there, make sure you check out your air box. In my case, I had a little bit of debris, a little bit of a few leaves or whatnot that had gotten into the air box. Make sure you clean that stuff out while you're in there. So now you're ready to drop the new filter in, button it back up, and you're done. So now with that dropped in, we're going to close the hood and move on to the cabin. Now, so for the cabin air filter, I actually went with Fram again. I went with this right here. I got this along with the air filter off of Amazon. I'll put links to those down in the description. And check it out. But let's get to the install. This one's a little more detailed because you do have to remove the glove box and then part of the dash, but it's still pretty straightforward, and all you need is a couple tools. So what I have here is a 1/4-inch ratchet, a 7mm socket, a long extension for the ratchet, and a Phillips head screwdriver. But with that, let's get started. We're going to go over to the passenger side. And then once you're sitting in the passenger seat, this first step doesn't actually require any tools. You need to pull off that side panel. You can use your fingers to do that once the glove box is down. Now once you're in the passenger seat, you're going to open the glove box, and you're going to use your fingers or panel tool to get underneath this side panel and just pull it out. And take this and set it off to the side. Now this whole thing comes off as one piece. Just take your time when you're pulling it off, because you don't want to apply too much pressure on this end and break this end. So just kind of run your hand along the back side of it. Like I said, that's just again a few more plastic clips. Take this, set it to the side. Now with that off, you can see 2 of the 4 bolts that we'll be taking off. You got one here and here. And of course, like I said, these are going to be 7mm. There's also 2 more 7mm bolts on the bottom of it, and we're actually going to take those off first. This is what you'll be looking at underneath the dash. You want to be taking off this bolt right here. Not these 2, but this one right here. It's pretty much right next to the trim panels of the door. And there's one on the other side. Now when you're on the other side, don't take these 2 bolts off. The one that you want is actually back up in here, so you may need an extension. All right, and that's really it. Just 4 bolts and 2 Phillips head screws that we're going to need to get to the filter itself. So we're going to start off by removing the 2 bolts at the bottom of the glove box, then the top, and then we'll pull the whole glove box out. All right, so that's one. Now we're going to move on to the top. Now from here, we're going to grab the right side of the glove box and just pull on it gently, and it should come right out. And be careful not to pull too hard. There's another cord right here. Alright, so now we're almost done. We just have to remove this Phillips head here. And then this one over here. And the air filter is actually going to be right in here. And here's your air filter right here. So here we have a little side-by-side comparison. Here's the old one. Like I said, it's covered with leaves and bugs and all kind of dust versus the brand new one. So now, like I said, the only thing you need to really worry about is the airflow direction. On the frame, it has an arrow that points down. So it's a little arrow I was talking about. You make sure that arrow, again, is pointing down. So it's basically going to go in the car like that. So from there, once your glove box is in, you just undo those steps. Just be careful of the tabs. The little white clips on the end of the glove box can come off, can pop off, and that'll cause rattling and whatnot if you don't put them back on. The whole process for a beginner who's never done this before, not really familiar with this, probably take less than an hour, so definitely do not pay anybody to do it. The 2 filters cost me like 30 bucks or so. And I'm not sure how much labor it'd be. I know it'd be through the roof. So definitely take the time, do it yourself, save yourself quite a bit of money, and it's not hard to do. So thank you guys for watching my video. Like, subscribe, comment. I'll see you later.